Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Ragnamod VI. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, I was asked about showing this off. I had taken all of it down after I had made this guy here. This guy takes a ton of Starlight in order to craft, and I was asked to show how I got it, and it's becoming daytime now, so now it doesn't have enough. But I have three of the Celestial Collector crystals with the boosters added to them, and that gives us enough Starlight to be able to do it. These crystals aren't really anything special. The the 116 and above Astral Sorcery, the crystal making, I'm not very good at. I haven't messed with it a whole lot. So getting the perfect crystal for doing all this, yeah, not very good at it. I just kept making these things until I got enough Starlight, and three of them seemed to do the trick. So that is how I got enough Starlight for this. There's that. Alright, so, I didn't show this off. I did make this guy here. We are now got the tier 8 energy core. I had this up last episode. I meant to show it off, and I forgot to. There's nothing special about making it, nothing that's too hard. We had all the seeds and stuff like that we used for this at night. We definitely not making any power, but during the day, yeah, we've got 42 trillion RF in there. So, yep, there is that. Also, let's go downstairs. We got stuff to show off. Let's go to our blood magic. I did go through and make, this is now a tier 5 altar. One thing that is, I think, different, I don't really know if it's, where's me a hole? The beacons do not have to have the base to them, and they don't have to be access to the sky. I always thought that was a thing. Maybe it was, maybe it's not now. I don't know, but we can make our ethereal slates. That is now done. What else have I done? Trying to think. I have been working on this here. This is what we're going to work on today, and that is our ultimate ingot. Most of this stuff, actually all of this stuff, we have gone through and already made once before. I think the only thing that's in this that we hadn't made before is the fairy ingot, and it's not really that bad. It's gold, liquid soul, and milk. But everything else we had got through seeds, or we've gone through the mod. We've got the bee stuff going for it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I want to get the last few that we got. Basically, what we've got left is our dragon ingots. We've got to start Woot. We've got to do some immersive engineering. And we got to do some extreme reactor stuff. And that's all we need for that. Oh, I remember one other thing I was supposed to show. A thank you to Ewan, if hopefully I said that right. I found out you can add frequency modifiers to the assemblers, and it makes these guys speed up. And oh my god, these is so much nicer now. I can craft 64 of these, and yeah, it's so much faster. So thank you for that. All these now have 4. I'm assuming you could probably add more than that to it because these actually stack up. So I just put them in there so we can see them. So, but yeah, they're running fast enough for what we need to do now. So awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Or man, I don't know. Alright, so we're going to start off with probably what we should have already done to begin with. We need to make some hot graphite. We need to do this to make the seeds anyway, so that is kind of where we are going with this. So, we need to get some hot graphite dust, and in order to do that, we need to make the industrial squeezer. Beautiful. Let's have a look at that. We need our That's not what I wanted. Need our immersive engineering book. Simple machines. That is not a simple machine. Heavy machinery. We need the mixer. And we need all this stuff right here. All of it I actually have set up for yeah, I have it set up as autocraft stuff because immersive engineering is one of those that we've still got a lot of stuff that we need to do. Let me get the stuff together for it. All right, so I misspoke. It is actually the squeezer that we need, not the mixer. So we are doing this. I really should be. There's a projector that we could make to make this a little bit easier. But for now, we're just going to go with this. Those four, and then... Wait. I goofed. Because I'm looking at this backwards. Alright, so this goes there, and then the barrels go here. That's right. And then our fence and the piston. And the piston. I knew that wasn't going to go in there right. We need our engineer's hammer. And we should be able to whack this. It's not going to go the way I want it to. Really? Let's try this guy. Oh, I had it right. There we go. And should be able to... Where do we whack it? It tells you where to whack it. Engineer's hammer on the center wooden barrel. That is not working. This doesn't look right. Alright, so I had it all kinds of wrong. I went back and made the projector. Beautiful. There we go. It's made. That was a lot easier than... Yeah. So we've got our mixer made. Our next bit of... you know what I just did? Quest. Immersive engineering. We should be doing this stuff as we go. Yeah, I need to do this again. Alright, so quest complete. I just went back through and made all the stuff. Most of it we're going to need again anyways. So, that's the thing. I need to go through here right quick and do all of these. Because what's going to happen is we're not going to get all this taken care of. And then I'm going to have to go back through and make all this stuff again. Or break all the stuff. And, yeah. So let me get that done. Alright, for our next bit of business for this, we are going to need to make a crusher. It's not too bad. 10 steel scaffolding, 10 light engineering, 1 redstone, 8 fence, and 9 hoppers. Easy stuff. And there we go. We have our crusher made. Alright, let's give these guys power, and then we're going to use them right quick to get what we need. So, power. Into here. Beautiful. That one. And beautiful. That one. Alright, so we need oh yeah, they've should be able to use this, throw it through the crusher. That's going to get us our coke dust, and that's what we know. That gives us... Wait a minute. Alright, so, well, we got another machine to make that I didn't know about. We got to make the coker. So let us find this guy right here. This is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So, I guess I'm going to get to work on this. I was not expecting this. Alright, so what has started out as trying to get a bunch of stuff done for making the ultimate ingot has now officially turned into an immersive engineering video. Because in order to complete these quests, we've got to go about all this stuff along the way. It wants us to go through the process of getting oil and do all this stuff, so we might as well. These down here aren't necessarily connected. These over here aren't connected, but for us to get to where we need to be, we've got to go through all of this anyways. This is a process for getting the bitumen that we need to make the Petcoke in order to do the hop graphite. Now, the thing is we've already got bitumen. You can actually find it and mine it, but we're going to go through this process and be done with it. So first things first, blast furnace. We've not made the improved blast furnace. We've made the regular blast furnace. The improved blast furnace is just, it uses, you can automate it a lot easier, and you can use power for it. So it's not really that big a deal. We can do this some steel plates, and then we should be able to make this. I don't know how many. We just make them all. Is that enough? No, we need 7 more. And beautiful. That quest's complete. We've got that done. We're not going to make it. Like I said, we don't need it. That gives us charcoal. There we go. All right, so next up we need is the core sample drill. I like this guy. Let's go ahead and make it. This guy here, that's going to take some of our fence stuff, but we'll get to that later anyways. Now, the core sample drill. This guy, we can take, it is daytime outside, and we come out here, let's just do it with some chunks. So this guy here you can use for a couple different things. Place it down, give it a smidgen of power, right click on it, and it will do its thing. And basically what it does is it gets a sample of the chunk and tell you what's in it. This has absolutely nothing in it. No fluid, no minerals, no nothing. We could use one with oil. Alright, next sample, we have water, but that's it. Water doesn't do us no good. Alright, so basically right here above part of our base, we've got a really good sample. We got 14 million millibuckets of oil. We're not going to need that much. And it's got a really good saturation of what looks to be copper, I do believe. I don't know what else is included in that, but this is where we're going to be doing our thing. You can take your samples and shift right click with them and place them on the ground. That way you can keep up with what's in what chunk or anything like that. So, but our next bit of business is that gives us that. We might as well claim these along the way, is we need to make our pump jack. Pretty simple stuff. Let's get her going. Alright, so pump jack made. This guy is working. He is getting us some crude oil. And we've now got that done. That quest is now complete. We are ready to move on with the next bit, which is we need a bucket, so we can move on here. So a bucket, we got crude oil, that's squared away. That gives us another bucket. The next thing that we need to make is the distillation tower. Not necessarily something that we need right now, but I guess we need to do all the results, so we might as well do it. So, distillation tower, it is. Alright, so distillation tower is complete. We can get this guy set up. We're going to put that guy there. We're going to put this guy right here. We are going to get us some fluid pipes. We are going to get our configurator. And we're going to do this. That gives us a buffer in between. That way this thing can just run and go, and it'll just fill this up. We'll suck this chunk dry. But as you can see, we are getting gas. We are getting sulfurized diesel, and we are getting lubricant. And if we go in here, our bitumen should be going up. There we go. Yeah, it's going up. I put a ender chest on the back of this for just to put it into our system. So now that that is going, we need 3 more tanks. We don't need a bunch of stuff, but let's just go ahead and make some decent sized black hole tanks. This should be good enough. Let's craft up a bunch of buckets. There we go. That's all we need is the 3 anyways. And let's pipe this stuff out of here. I don't know why it did that. So let's do this again. Beautiful. Got that. Let's pull this out of here. And that's got nothing but lubricant in it. This should have nothing but sulfurized diesel, and then this one, gasoline. Beautiful. We've got all of those going. We can take and complete our quest now. So one of those. Wait, we need to complete this quest. Let's get our bitumen. We've got a bucket of lubricant. We've got a bucket of sulfurized diesel. And we got a bucket of gasoline. And that quest is now complete. Beautiful. Crusher is complete. Mixer is complete, even though we didn't make it. We don't need it. Oh, wait, no. The mixer was... No, the squeezer is what we made. Alright, so now we need to make this coker. This guy is pretty massive. So let me get all the stuff together for it. Alright, so this thing is just absolutely massive. And we got that. Let's get rid of this. And this guy is now ready to go. I just need to place some torches. Alright, so this is a spot that I haven't showed you all yet. This is my crazy wiring, trying to keep these ender chests empty area. I got rid of the dank storage that we had there, and that is where we put it, or that was how I got it out, was just using a import bus and run it on this channel. And this is actually the one that is connected to any of the builder that I've had. So, but we are going to set up this guy. We are going to set this up with the bitumen, and we want this set to export, and that should be filling this chest up. Lovely. And if we get out of here and go back upstairs, that was too far, that's too far. We've got a couple items that we need to import here. One, the bitumen. We can take this guy and place it here. We need some item pipes. Mechanism items. We need our configurator. That guy. And that's not going in. Why? Alright, I figured out. It's goes in this one here. And then we also need a sink. And I need some fluid pipes. That's for the fluid. And this guy has been given power, so he should be making what we need to make, which is absolutely nothing. It is not working at all. Alright, in all honesty, I have no idea how this thing is working. It will sit here and the diesel will go up and it'll reach a certain point and it'll drain out, and then it puts water in it and then it'll make the Petcoke. I honestly, I have no idea the process that it goes through or anything like that. But the diesel will get up to about the first line here, and then it'll suck the diesel out, and then water fills this thing up, and when the water goes in, it starts making the Petcoke, and we've got to find a way to actually get those. So I was told there was a vacuumulator, this guy here, that we could filter. Don't know how big of a radius it does, but let's make it. So this picks up there, we can configure it. Let's have it pick up some Petcoke. Oh. There's augments for it. We want that. Pick up things from nearby area. I don't. Alright, so everything is working as it should. We're going up. Let's go back up here right quick and I will show you everything. So what was happening with this guy is my magnet was actually picking it up. We've got a item filter set up specifically for just to allow Petcoke. That way if anything dies in the sun out here, because it is on the border of where we've lit up and where we haven't. I put the resonant in here. I don't know what it does. It's scale factor. So it's got a larger area of work. So we have essentially automated this all the way to the point of making our hop graphite stuff. That is next. So we're not going to actually automate this. There's no reason to, with us going to be getting the seeds. But basically to automate this, all you would need to do is set up a dropper to drop items in here. Like I said, with us having everything that we need, or just needing to do the few to get the seed, there's no reason for us to worry about that. So we drop the Petcoke in here. It's going to give us Petcoke dust. Once we get 8, we can take these guys and put them in the squeezer. And that's going to give us our hop graphite dust. And with that, we can just smelt it and it gives us our hop graphite, which is what we are trying to do. I need 4 of these, I do believe, to make the seeds. That's not what I want. Yep, just 4. And just like this, we have our hop graphite seeds. And we can take them down here. I've got one that's empty. Basically what I've been doing with these guys is speeding them up, getting what I need out of them. And that's pretty much where I have been running with it, because that usually gives me enough for however many of these we need. And I've mathed this up, and it's a 65 that we need in order to do this. So this guy goes where? Down on the bottom. There is another ingot for this guy done. That can go away. Now, while we are at this whole immersive engineering thing, I've got a couple of more things that I want to automate. One, for our... let's go in here, into there, into... That's not what I need. Let's go here. Let's go to our extended crafting. This guy right here, the ultimate skewers. We need steel rods. We need to do this. So I need to set up one of these with the metal press mold with rod. So I need to do that. I also need to set up one of these so we can get through our solar panels. If we go to our solars, these guys right here take the white die casings, and the way to get those is with a die casing die and a metal press. So we've got one metal press. I'm actually probably just going to leave this guy here. Well, no, there's no sense of that because we're going to be... The only thing I use this for now is for... is for the steel rods. So I'm going to set that up in here. I don't know exactly where, because I guess in here. I thought this room was going to be big enough to hold what we need for this immersive engineering and the other, but we still got one other immersive engineering item that I need to build, and that is the arc furnace. The rest of this stuff, we'll just go ahead and craft everything that we need up and finish it. The only other item that we need outside of this is this guy right here, which is the automated workbench. And we need that for making the, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, God. These guys right here, steel mechanical components, because they have to be made inside with the engineer's blueprint. So I need to make that. So I'm going to do a bunch of crafting and a bunch of setting up. None of this stuff outside of what we're going to use is what we are going to need to do. So let me get done. I'll be back. Alright, so the last craft is finished. And that should... Oh, no. Yep. Crap. Couple more to finish. Alright, so now we should have the last craft. Beautiful. And that should have been, I think, everything. We got that. That one's complete. HV wire coil is complete. Our coker we built. Petcoke we got. HOP graphite we got. The graphite electrodes, the 100% one, or yeah, the 100% ones we got. We have found the thing for it, the blueprint. Lightning rod. Most of this stuff I only had to make one or two things to complete these things because we had already made most everything. Each one, like this one, we had the fluid pump. That was all I needed. Everything else had already been completed from doing that. That's why I wanted to unlock all these at once so we didn't have to go through and do everything over and over again. So there's that. This guy. XP, and it's still showing that we've got something else. I found it. There we go. We were missing the fermenter quest, and that has immersive engineering done. Let's run down here and I'll show you everything. All right, so we've got these set up. I've got 3 of them. Set up one for the wires. We're going to need some more wires later on. We've got one for the steel rods. Basically, I just got the crafter facing into these. It'll place them on here. Goes into a barrel, and then we've got an importer to put it back in the system. I could not get the importer to work on the end of this without it going into a barrel first. So like I said, we got one for the rods, one for the wires. This one will be the one that we do next. We've got our arc furnace set up. This guy is just set up. He's not automated for anything. We've got our graphite electrodes in here, which is nice, and that's that. And then we got this guy here, the automated engineer's workbench. This thing only actually works with one item at a time, and that's it. So I've got it using the steel mechanical because I think the heavy engineering blocks are what we need. If we need some other, we can just put a recipe in there and change it, or we can craft another one. It's not very expensive to make. But yeah, for some reason I was thinking we needed a bunch of the steel or the components, and I was wrong. We don't need very many of them. I think we're pretty much done with them now. There shouldn't be much more that we need to do. So, but with that is got everything complete. We got everything automated. This thing's just going to keep running and running and running and running until it starts to back up. And yeah, that's where we're at. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.